Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Students, how are you? Students, we welcome all of you in our Mama Education channel. Students, today we are going to learn basic cost accounting, in which the topic is process costing and its other name is cost production report. Dear students, let's we move to its main introduction, in which we will discuss about the process costing, what is the meaning of it, and in which purpose this system will usable in cost accounting. Students, let's move to its introduction, which is showing in front of your screen. In job costing, where production is in response of orders, and each order has its own peculiar specification. Emphasis of cost accountant is on identification of cost with units of output. But on the other side, industry is engaged in mass production of standard products. For example, cements, bottling, canning, etc. It is so difficult to distinguish cost of one unit from the other one. All units of output are exactly similar, and an average unit cost obtained by dividing total cost by total output of the period is sufficient to serve managerial needs. In such situation, process costing system is adopted. Manufacturing operation of industry applying process costing are generally departmentalized. Each department, also called process, performs a set of manufacturing operation and transfers partially finished product to the next department until the finished product is produced. Process costing may be defined as the costing system is collects department-wise data if quantity is produced and product cost incurred during the costing period, and reports an every unit cost of output. In situation where there is mass production of homogeneous articles by the performance of uniform manufacturing operation. The characteristics of process costing which are applied in large scale industries: number one, there is a mass production of single product or two or more products, successive runs of schedules durations, for example, chemicals or paint. All units of output are exactly homogeneous and produced by the same manufacturing process. Entire manufacturing process is divided into departments or processes. Each department performs a specific set of operation. Complete output of each department except the last one is the raw materials for the next department. Manufacturing operations may result in production of joint products or byproducts. Product is not in response to customers' orders but in anticipation of demand. Example of industries using process costing include: number one, bottling, electricity, soap industries, cement industries, ice industries, sugar industries, coal, paint, canning, distilleries, pharmaceuticals, cooking oil, rubber, natural gas, electric appliances, steel, petroleum products, flour, textile, juice, chocolate, etc. Under process costing, for the purpose to cost control, each department involved in manufacturing process is regarded as a cost center, and products costs are accumulated separately. For each department's cost center means a division or segment for which an individual is made responsible for the occurrence of cost. Departmental costs are passed through Departmental work in process control account as in job costing, as all units are produced from the same raw materials and by same manufacturing operation. Therefore, it is assumed that same cost is chargeable to each unit instead of accumulating cost of individual units, and average units cost is computed by dividing total cost by total output to the jobs. It reduces clerical efforts for accumulation and analysis of costs. In this way, process costing is less expensive as compared with job costing. The process cost sheet, also called cost of production report, is the basic document in process costing. This document shows for each department the quantities processed, total and unit cost and cost of work transferred out and still in process. We can make differentiate for understanding the basic concept between the two systems like as job costing and process costing as in the table. Number one, the differentiate is application, where different products having peculiar specifications are produced against customers' orders. In process costing, where single standard product is produced or two or more standard products are produced in successive runs. Secondly, the accumulation of costs. In order to determine cost of each job, costs are compiled job files. At the same time, to evaluate efficiency of departmental management, costs are also compiled department wise. In process costing, costs are associated only with departments. Every department has its own cost, which is recorded by this department only. Now, third, calculation of unit cost. Unit cost is computed on completion of job. The job may itself be a single cost unit, that is, for example, a machine, or it may be a unit may be a multi-unit batch. In process costing, an average unit cost is computed at the end of costing period by dividing total cost by units of output of the period. The fourth basic costing document, job cost sheet, is regarded as a basic document, but in process costing, process cost sheet, also called cost of production report, is the key document. Fifth, working process control account. Only one working process control account is maintained. A separate working process control account is maintained for each producing department. The number 6, cost of operating the system. More clerical efforts are needed to accumulate cost by job and departments. Therefore, the system is more expensive. But in process costing, cost accumulation is simple as costs are accumulated only by departments. Therefore, the system is comparatively less expensive. Dear students, the cost of production report. What is the meaning of the cost of production report? In process costing, cost of production report, also called process cost sheet, is the key document at the end of costing period. Generally, a month, a cost of production report is prepared. It summarizes data of quantity produced and costs incurred by each producing departments. It also serves as a source document for passing control account entries at the end of costing period. Cost of production report is divided into 4 sections. Each section is meant to provide specific information. These sections are discussed briefly in detail as under. Section 1, quantity schedule. The first section, quantity schedule, contains input and output data in terms of quantities. The information is presented in the following order. Number 1, unit in process at the beginning of costing period. Unit started in process or received from preceding departments during the period. Total of 1 and 2 constitutes total unit to be accounted for. Third, units completed and transferred to next department or to finished goods department. Fourth, units completed unit but still in the department. Fifth, units in process at the end of period and their degree of completion. Units in process, units lost in process during the period indicating whether normal loss or abnormal loss. Stage of completion at which the loss occurs is also specified. Total of 3, 4, 5th and 6th is again the total units to be accounted for. The quantity schedule assists management to look at a glance production performance of departments, as well as it provides necessarily data for preparing remaining sections of the report. Section 2, cost charge to department. The second cost charge to departments shows total cost for the which the departments are accountable and the cost per unit total, and unit costs include cost of beginning work in process, inventory, cost transferred in from the preceding departments, and cost of direct labor, materials, direct labor and factory overhead added by the current departments. If there is normal loss of unit cost received from preceding departments requires adjustment. This adjustment for lost units is also shown in this section. This section provides data for debiting work in process control accounts of the departments. Section 3, cost charge to department. This section contains data for passing credit entries in departmental works in process control accounts. It contains distribution of total cost of the departments as calculated in section 2 of the cost of production report. Total cost for which distribution made in the third section is the same as total cost computed in the section 2. Therefore, the third section is also called the cost reconciliation. Total cost charged to the departments is distributed in the following heads. Number 1, cost transferred to the next department or to finished goods. Cost of work completed but still in the department. Cost of abnormal loss, if any, charged to factory overhead or to income summary account. Cost of work in process ending inventory of the department. Section 4, charge to department. The last section presents to management detailed computation behind the figures contained in second and third section of the report. These computations include equivalent production unit cost, adjustment for the lost units for normal loss if any, cost transferred out, cost of abnormal loss if any, cost of work in process, ending inventory, and any others computation if necessary. Cost of production report is generally presented to management with supplementary reports of uses of materials, labor and factory overhead. These reports contain total and per unit cost of each items of materials and factory overhead. Dear students, the next part is the basic performa about the statement of cost of production report is showing as under, but this schedule may be changed slightly as per the given problem to problem. Beta Manufacturing Company, Department number 1, cost of production report for the months ended January 2015. This is the title bar, this is the main heading of the question. Now, the first section is quantity schedule, in which units started in process is given here. Unit transfer to next department is this here. Unit still in process, which are work in process here, and the degree of completion is also given as well. Unit loss in process is given here, normal loss. This is the first department, which is called the schedule, quantity schedule. Now next section is cost charge to department, in which we have to maintain the overall cost, which is belong to the material, labor, overhead, and preceding department's cost is also incurred in it. We have to sum up all the cost to find out the departmental cost here. Cost added by department. Cost direct material cost, direct labor cost, for factory overhead cost. The sum of is here. The per unit cost is calculated below. In first department, cost accounted for as follows. Here, transfer to next department, cost of amount is here. working process ending inventory, direct material cost, which degree of completion as the base of degree of completion. Direct labor cost also as the base of degree of completion. Factory overhead cost is also degree of completion. The total cost as follows here. Dear students, this amount should be equalized with this amount because this is the reconciliations section, which the overall cost is incurred in second department is also equalized with this amount. Now students, completion explain. This is the fourth. Explain equivalent production, in which completion units plus degree of completion in working process ending inventory is computed here, and final units are here. This is the these are the units which are completed in completed form. Now we find out the unit cost, direct material cost. We have to put here the material cost value and number of units which is in the form of degree of completion in here. Then we have to find out the per unit cost as a material cost, direct labor cost here, and factory overhead cost here. Dear students, this is the performa about the first department. Students, I think you are understand about this discussion clearly. If you have any queries, please contact me, my channel, and comments me, so that we can improve our work. Dear students, if you understand, please subscribe my channel and like it. Thanks.